passionate about this game in the purest sense of the word.
Okay, so just especially the part of being able to strategize and create your own scenario, so to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
The,
That's what
okay.
made me go into casting actually as well.
How so? Just to be able to analyze other games and
Yeah,
cast their strategy?
yeah. Well,
Okay.
I started in the scene literally from the bottom. Like, didn't have any experience with any other games. Was I didn't know Twitch and Builder existed, so I
Mhm.
had a full year of me, trying to figure out stuff for myself. And I think it was KOTD 5, the previous one, um, where I think the qualifiers were going on and a lot of casters were not casting, and there were a lot of games happening in the same time. That was around 1200 elo, I think. But I already started to average around like 50 viewers, 40, 50 viewers, something like that. And people were asking me, are you gonna cover the qualifiers because no one else is casting this? Like, Jordan is playing. I really want to see Jordan. And
Yes.
yeah,
Good
and
viewer.
I was like, but like, how can I analyze? I'm 1200 elos. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what these people are doing. I have never casted a game in my life. It's like, doesn't matter. We just want to see the game. Oh,
Yes.
okay. And I think I casted that day, and it was one of my best streams so far. Not
Mhm.
just in terms of numbers, but also I was like, oh my god, I love this. Like, I don't have the stress of playing. I don't have
Yes.
like, you know what? I love this. So then I
Yes.
casted the next day and I covered the entire event.
Yeah.
Yeah, like looking back at those casts nowadays, I'm like, oh my god, how did I even do this in front of people? But it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like, everyone starts somewhere.
Yes. Yes. It also takes a lot of courage to make the first step. This is really, really tough, and kudos to you that you have done that. It's really, really strong.
Oh.
T West, how is it for you? Because Daniela mentioned it. Playing can be extremely stressful. How is it for you? Do you also feel like casting is a little bit less stressful rather than gaming, or do you see it in a different way because casting, has its other tools?
I think they're completely different. I think
Mhm.
they're completely different mindsets you need to be in. Game. I think that just playing. I don't do a lot of just casually playing outside of streaming these days, and I think
Mhm.
that streaming while playing is a completely different mindset than just going out and playing and 100% try hard to play, grind the ladder, get your elo up as high as you can. I think when you're like streaming while playing, there's a different focus on being entertaining and less of a
Yeah.
focus on the gameplay sometimes. So that
Mhm.
that shifts the gears of you're not as focused on the wins and losses, and maybe not as you're not as stressed over the losses if you can still be able to tell a story while you're entertaining people and doing not necessarily a cast, but you're also kind of casting if you're streaming and playing at the same time. So whether it's
Mhm.
team games where you're trying to build a community and engage with an audience, or just 1v1s where the chat's there and you're trying to talk to it, it's a very different experience than going off by yourself and just grinding games to try to improve without anyone else, like in the not necessarily in the room, but watching you or interacting with you.
Yes. Mhm. Mhm. So you would say just completely different things. You cannot really compare them.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I feel like my mindset is I'm a very calm person anyway,
Mhm.
so I probably have a different mindset when playing games through a lot of people than a lot
Mhm.
of other people do. I'm not someone who gets
Mhm.
stressed, but I think
Mhm.
the casting aspect moves that to an entirely different level.
Okay, understood. Also, TOS, correct me if I'm wrong. I've noticed that your casting activity has increased quite tremendously the last, let's say, 1 to 1.5 years compared to how it was like 3, 4 years ago. First of all, is that assessment correct by me? And if so, how so? Like, why did that increase?
In part because I started doing map scripting for a lot more events as the Twitch stream was kind of at the same time also growing. And I figured, well, if I'm making these maps, I might as well try to cast the games on them.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much it's not just helping for bug fixing, but I think it's a lot of people enjoy some more insights into the nerdy aspects of how the maps are put together. So it's kind of a few things between both viewership growth and personal investment into the events that motivated me to stream a lot more.
Okay. But you're also casting a lot, so it feels like you are extremely committed to covering a lot of Age of Empires 2 aspects, I feel like. Because in every tournament I'm participating, you're always like one of the main guys for the map scripting, right? And
Right.
I also try to cover it with casting. Like, you have been very committed, and that's pretty nice to have you in the community for sure.
Yeah, it's been fun. I know there's only so much time I can commit to AoE 2. And there's been kind of a trade-off between I've been doing less YouTube editing and more streaming recently, and I'm still trying to find the right balance between those two.
Yeah.
But recently it's been not just necessarily more like AoE 2 time, but a different shift in priorities of how I'm spending that time towards streaming.
Yeah, it's the balance in general. I know that myself, it's very hard to find the right balances between, committing Age of Empires and other things in life for sure.
Yeah.
Daniela, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, end of 2025, there was an award for different categories, right? And if I'm not mistaken, you were the selected up-and-coming content creator, right? Something like that. Is that no? Okay. Awesome. I prepared very well. What was it? Can you?
Oh my god!
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, but there's such a huge meme with this, because in
Really?
2003 and 2004 it was the up and coming, which was hilarious because I won the up and coming 2 years in a row. So like people were memeing that they're going to vote for the same thing in 2025, and I was like, no, please don't.
Okay, and they did or not?
Actually, Paradox, thank you from the bottom of my heart, said, do not vote Daniel in this category. You can't vote for someone already established in the scene. It will not be taken into
Okay.
Paradox, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, now amazing job by me. I have not caught that.
Yeah, but I did get the most improved casters.
Most improved. Yeah.
Which means the world to me, because okay, maybe someone that's very picky about their casters and just dropping into my stream, maybe they still find a whole lot of things that could be done better or like could be improved. But especially in the last year, I've been putting a lot of work into getting better, into paying more attention about certain aspects, into getting more accustomed with certain playing aspects, like, I don't know, just tech tree knowledge or general, AoE trivia or things like this, because people can be very taxing when it comes to that as well. Like, okay,
yes,
initially I found like casting way more relaxing if you're, of course, doing to a casual extent, just like playing, I feel like. But the more you want to grow and be involved in S-tier tournaments, kind of have to step up your game a bit. I'm still working on it. I still have a lot of things to improve on, and I'm absolutely aware of that. But just that award, which was probably voted by most of my community anyway, it just gave me the feeling that you're on the right track. So that actually meant the world for me.